Hello chocolate hunters, and welcome to my new and improved combo lock. So, looks the same. We've got our 4 chests, and our 4 buttons, and the chest full of random nonsense. All of it stackable up to 64. So that's the only requirement, is that the items that you place in it are stackable up to 64. So, let me show it off. We're going to put in the magenta wool, the light blue wool, the yellow wool, and the lime green wool, because we know that that's the combo. If we activate it in that order, our door will open, because that's what I set it to do. Now, the items will reset. It does take a while, but they will reset all the same. Now, what happens if we place 4 items that aren't right in there? This is how the machine is new and improved. Before, we'd have to go underneath the machine to take out the items, but now the items will go down through, not activate the memory cells, and come back into our chest. So, that's a cool new feature. Let me show you how it all works. So, the first component is right behind this lapis block, there is a torch. And that torch is activating a redstone line, which prevents the hopper that is underneath each one of these chests to not be activated and therefore not suck out the item. This allows the patron to have more choice in what they're going to put through and a longer time to decide. So once the door opens, that proves that the memory cell has been activated and it's all off now. So I'm going to quickly turn it back on for demonstration purposes, but once it's activated, it'll be off. So this is its on state. So this design of memory cell I saw on Ant Venom's channel, and the filter that I use I saw on Sethbling's. I'll link both their videos in the description. Generic B's video on the item elevator, because I use that item elevator. So, what happens after we place in our item? We place in our magenta wool. We hit the button, it gets sucked down through this hopper. Then it gets placed in this hopper. So this hopper at first would have done nothing, because it would have been just, the item would have been sucked out immediately by this hopper. That's how hoppers work, is this one has trump. It will suck out the item that is in this hopper. But I made this hopper activated, so unless this hopper has an item in it, it won't be sucked out. And there is a delay on this to allow the item to be placed through this filter. So if it can't go into this chest, it'll keep going down into this line and right into our item elevator. Now, if it's good or right, it will go down in through the filter, and what this part does is once there is more than 22 items, it will provide another signal strength. That's what the comparator does. When it's next to a container, it will read what percentage is full and output a signal from 1 to 15 according to that. So, on this setting, it will, the second there's one more item, it will allow that item to pass through. Once that item passes through, there is this little component. So the only reason that's there is because if it wasn't there, the item would go right through and not provide the comparator with any pulse. We really need a pulse for this to work, because we need to deactivate the memory cell. So the second there's an item in there, the item will be allowed to pass through and the memory cell will be activated. So the order matters, because right now, if this memory cell is deactivated, it will be reactivated by the redstone signal that's coming through. And so the reset is really just giving it another pulse, and it goes through the whole way. So unless we start with the magenta wool, it won't allow us the blue wool to make a difference. And once they're all done, it'll open the door. But we need to have it go through these guys. So there are basically 4 of these, all just with different designs to fit the spatial needs. So before we leave, I'm going to show you how you can add this little piece in, which isn't necessary, but is if you want to get the same low percentage on them being able to guess. So I've got to break my way back in because I already closed the door. But what this button does is if they put in the wrong items, it will prevent them from being able to get the items back and therefore have infinite tries, which would still take them a couple days straight of playing Minecraft to get it right, but it defeats the purpose of this extravagant lock. So now the items will go through, but they won't be allowed to come back up. The second we deactivate this, which this would be in an admin spot, you'd put that somewhere so the admin doesn't have to go down there and get all the items back. It'll come back automatically with the push of a button, but it won't come back automatically so that the patron has infinite tries. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This took me a little while, so please like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for new content, which I will be showing and building each component, and so you guys can make this for yourselves. So, thanks for watching. See you soon.